Sometimes we'll need to make sure that certain things are planted in our hearts, such as truth. Truth has no lies in them. And the issues of life flow out of our hearts. The devourer of our life wants to steal, kill and destroy from us, and he'll use different means to do that, or to try and do that. And he'll even use people that are supposed to be close to us to do that. But we also have a choice. We need to know the voice of truth so that when lies come our way, we don't feed on that, and that we instead stand firm on the truth. There's a song by Casting Crowns that has the title Voice of Truth. And I just want to read some of those words. But the waves are calling out my name and they laugh at me, reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. The waves, they keep on telling me time and time again, boy, you'll never win. You'll never win. But the voice of truth tells me a different story. The voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. And as we do that more and more, the less likely of ourselves being devoured by darkness. We don't have to be overcome by darkness. So ever since I was little, a lot of us will relate to this. I've been told things over my life to try and hinder my growth, to try and taint my identity and my sense of identity. I've been called a loser. I've been called a fat bitch. I've been called crazy. And even a parent, when I felt like offing myself, they said, go on then. I had a boyfriend do the similar sort of thing. And recently, again, my identity has been attacked and things have been said over me to try and again crush who I really am. We need to be careful what we digest. And if certain individuals are in our lives who are speaking poison over us, sometimes we're going to have to put a boundary in place. And as we do so, sometimes they're going to feel like, oh, she's a bit off, or he's a bit off. There'll be people at Christmas potentially that you're going to go and meet who you've put a boundary in place with, and they might judge you falsely based on the fact that you're trying to distance yourself from them, from their toxic behaviour. And then they may speak about you behind your back or say untruths even more to you, but we have to just keep trying to stand firm. And we can't be doing, the Lord's work without him, because it's really, really difficult to be around people that are being toxic towards us. Some of us, well, the Bible says we can't do anything good really without God. God is the one that we need to depend on to be loving and to be compassionate. But sometimes we can love people from a distance as well. So I do have more to say on this. Set boundaries. If somebody is really keeps basically spitting up on you, not respecting you, not, it's important to set boundaries. That person needs to know that they can't continue in that behaviour. Some people will try to just shove things under the carpet. They could say loads of like disgusting things and then be like just behaving like nothing happened and hope that you'll like join in and be all like cool again without properly sorting out the issues. Don't let them do that, because if you let them do that, then they're just gonna potentially, like, in their psyche somewhere, they might think, oh, it's okay to just be like whatever and then just move on. No, you are worth more than that. Okay. Obviously we need to be peaceful where we can, but we don't need to just be really, really close with them if they're treating you like that, because they need to have some accountability. They need to realise that they can't treat people like that. And I know some people are treating people like that because of trauma in their lives that they've not dealt with. So from personal perspective, somebody has been dealing with something really harsh in their life and it's been a real trigger for them, but they're struggling to deal with that. But I feel like they're dealing with it in an inappropriate manner. It's important to pray for our enemies as well, though, and those that we care about who are really struggling to heal from things. The Bible says that the enemies will be in your own household. So you could have somebody at church that's really, really, like, seems to be up there, like, have an important role, but still be an enemy. So, I don't know if I've already said this, but the issues of life flow out from our hearts. If we keep burying toxic things into the depths of our heart, toxic things are going to start sprouting out. I think it's important to ask God what lies we've been accepting over the years that have come our way, and that ask Him for weeds to be plucked out. We need to ask God to help us to forgive people at times, because unforgiveness can cause us to feel really bitter and thus produce some nasty things out of that. True healing only comes from Him. I know that I need further healing from stuff. But yeah, just stand on truth and not lies, and know that people are praying for you, people love you, people value you, and just keep going from strength to strength, really. It's about it. Just checking my notes. Don't let your sense of identity be demolished by lies. And also there will be people who are jealous of you. There will be people who don't like you and mistreat you because they don't feel very valuable themselves. So anyway, I hope this edifies someone out there. Take care.